up, everybody? It is May the 4th, so may the Force be with you. I had to throw it in. So anyways, today, Season 14 was revealed as Season of the Splicer, which I feel is a complete troll move by Bungie after the whole fan-made Season of the Plague on Twitter, which begins tomorrow, by the way. Siva returns to Destiny confirmed. Yes, I'm just kidding. But anyways, wanted to give my thoughts on the trailer and what I'm looking forward to. I'm going to try and keep this short, so here we go. So they decided to call Season 14 Season of the Splicer. Some people thought that after this name had leaked about a week or so ago, this would in fact be a season involving Siva, because back in the Rise of Iron expansion for Destiny 1, the Splicers of the Fallen House of Devils were involved with Siva, and they used it to augment themselves and make them more powerful. While there was somewhat of a connection there, the Splicers weren't specifically a Siva thing. Splicers are just bioengineers, they're scientists, and back in Rise of Iron, the Devil Splicers, as they were called, were the ones who figured out how to use Siva to augment themselves and make themselves more powerful. So from this trailer, we learned that Mithrax is actually a Splicer, for which the season gets its name. This is great, and it's cool that we're finally getting to really see and work with Mithrax, because up to this point, we've only had a couple of brief interactions before, once in Destiny 2's original Red War campaign, and in the 0-hour mission from Year 2 during Season of the Drifter, which was Season 6. He was also mentioned by Varix on Europa when talking about the House of Light, as Mithrax had become the Kell of Light after, we saved all these fallen refugees, and they went back to Earth and joined the House of Light. So anyways, getting into the trailer. So, right off the bat, we get some Tron-like vibes, which is pretty cool and something we've kind of seen a bit before with the Non and the Prophecy Dungeon. The Vex are also back as the main baddies. Like some others, I thought that this would probably be a Vex-focused season due to the Vault of Glass raid returning. Interestingly, in last week's TWAB, Bungie said that the story of the raid will remain the same, which is a bit odd. Granted, the original Vault of Glass raid didn't really have any story to it to begin with. There was lore, of course, but there was no actual story. We didn't have any kind of NPC telling us anything. We just kind of went there out of curiosity. But hopefully the seasonal narrative will have at least some kind of reason to go back there, but hey, we'll see. Another plus about this season is that Ikora is finally back in a major role, which is great because she's been absolutely useless the past few seasons and in Beyond Light. She seems to have a thing for the Vex though, because the last time she was really involved was in Season 8, which was Season of the Undying, and that was also a Vex-focused season. But hey, she's back and she's working with Osiris, so that's gonna be really cool to see and, see what unfolds. We're also finally getting another 6-player PvE activity that is not a raid, and it appears to be called Override. It's been a good while since we've had one of these kind of activities, and these are fun. They're sort of like a raid, but you don't have to have all the communication that is necessary for doing a raid, and they're not as mechanic heavy for that reason. Of course, Transmog is coming, which will be called Armor Synthesis, and I've already done a video giving my pre-release thoughts on it, so you can go check that out if you'd like. The Season Pass exotic is a sidearm called Cryosthesia 77K. I'm not a huge fan of sidearms, but this one is a stasis energy weapon, so that will be really interesting to check out, as we'll finally have another stasis type weapon other than the Salvation's Grip grenade launcher. From this trailer, it looks to be either a stack-based perk for the stasis ability, or maybe it's like a few other exotics where holding down the reload will load one powerful stasis bullet. Either way, that'll be cool to check out and see, how that works. We're also getting a new weekly mission called Expunge. This seems to be similar to the weekly interference mission from Season 11, Season of the Rivals. So that will be interesting to see how the story plays out with this weekly mission. The whole Vex simulation and Endless Night is a cool concept. Kind of raises the question, have we been in a simulation this whole time? We'll see. So there's some cool stuff to look forward to. I'm not quite as hyped for next season as I was with last season, but I am excited to revisit the Vault of Glass and see what kind of changes they made. I'm also excited to see Mithrax and how his story will play out. One thing I am curious of, though, is that Bungie had said that the narrative for this year's seasons would be more interconnected than that of the previous years. Like, Season 12 went into Season 13, really with the Crow story. From this trailer, I'm not really seeing how this is connected to Season 13. There was a shot of Europa that showed Kaido's ships still in orbit, but aside from that, I don't see any narrative connection. Looking back to Season 12 and the final text dialogue from Crow, he did mention about going off and exploring Venus before deciding he would go to the tower. We are getting a tiny return to Venus with the Vault of Glass, so maybe there's a little connection there, but that may be stretching it a bit. That seasonal connection is something else I'm also, looking to see, assuming there is one, but we'll see. Anyways, those are my initial thoughts from this trailer for Season 14, Season of the Splicer. Let me know what your thoughts are or what you're excited for. Don't forget to leave a like. A subscribe would also be much appreciated. I'll also let the trailer play out in its entirety, but here's until next time.
This morning, for the first time in humanity's long and storied history, the sun did not rise. It's a Vex simulation that has plunged the city into an endless night. Osiris and I could only think of one we might turn to. Mithrax. He claims to be among the last sacred splicers. Those with the power to commune with machines. Find him, Guardian. Before the Vex do.
We must splice an entrance to the Vex network. I can guide you, but I cannot follow. Once inside, you must find your own way. And prepare for battle.
I forgot to mention this, but Season 14 goes until August 24th, which means they did not extend Season 14. So Season 15 is going to be a very long season. Let me know what you think about that there in the comments. See you next time.